What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we are diving into a new release from Luke Hemmings. This is his solo career adventure, which I'm a huge fan of because I think that as members of 5 Seconds of Summer have branched out a little bit, I feel like their experimentation and evolution just continues to get better. So I'm super stoked for today's video, which is Shakes by Luke Hemmings. Before we get into today's video, I just want to plug my Patreon. Not only do I have most of the 5 Seconds of Summer albums as full uncut album reactions, but I also have Luke Hemmings and Ashton's first solo albums as full uncut album reactions. So if you're interested in checking those out, the link is in the description. Both all those things out of the way, I'm excited because Luke Hemmings brings emotion. He brings a vibe, a lot of atmosphere, and I'm excited to see if he gives us that same sort of vibe in Shakes. Let's do it. Oof. Time starts to crawl. Can we share the lonely? I love the amount of reverb that he uses on his voice because it takes up a lot of space in the record, and I think that sounds so fucking cool. That's something I noticed with his first record too, is that there was a lot of atmosphere throughout that, and I definitely feel like the reverb adds. If my heart is small, your touch is deadly. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I love it because it gives me this sort of like nod to some of these like classic rock ballads that we've had throughout time, especially like 60s and 70s, but also again, the reverb on this. I love the emotional depth that you feel through this, not even just through the lyricism, but just his delivery alone. Luke Hemmings is somebody that I always put on a pedestal as being one of the greatest voices in like pop, rock, alternative, pop, whatever. Like I put him very highly there because he can do so many sounds, which is why 5 Seconds of Summer is so good. All of them are just so good vocally. Being able to switch things up is incredible. But then when you get these moments where you can dive into one section of 5 Seconds of Summer, you just hear where a lot of this influence comes from, and you just hear what like beauty kind of holds whenever you're able to just kind of fall into the soundscape that you want to make. Just, I mean, you're always going to advance yourself as an artist. It's so cool. Oh yeah. Love how melodic that is. Oh, and that bass right there. Woo! Such a good range for him to sing in. Oh my God, there's got to be a couple layers going on to that vocal right there. And then again, I'm going to talk about it again, but the fucking the reverb is incredible here. Oh my God. Love how that like burn and then brings it back. Come on. I'll save it till the end. Love this range. Oh my God. Dude, like, okay. So with 5 Seconds of Summer, when I think about Luke Hemmings, his voice is ever present. It is the most kind of like, I feel like they're really great with mixing where whoever is singing, that is the most important thing going on at that moment. And I love that. But what I really like about Luke Hemmings' kind of solo work right here, and kind of what is one of the many benefits of kind of going out and practicing things on your own, is Luke really utilizes his voice as a piece of the music, not as the standout portion. What I mean by that is you can tell in the mix, you can tell with just the delivery of this, that those vocals were kind of always meant to be at the same level as everything else. And I really love that, because not only do you get beautiful work from him, you just get beautiful runs and beautiful like melodies and harmonies, but that also is like adding to that atmosphere overall. Like there is no like, you know, I feel like a lot of music, you'll mix the vocals up. That is the most important thing. And while that is very true here too, I think you can definitely clearly pick up Luke throughout all of this. I think he wanted all of it to kind of be around the same like decibels, because I think that creates a vibe all on its own. I think that people sometimes get very like, they'll go really into the lyrics, and for music, it's very important. There are a lot of pieces of music where the lyrics are the most important thing, but like we box things in sometimes and we think that all that matters is the words being said. And as somebody whose entire life has been changed numerous times by the lyrics of songs, I'm also here to tell you that sometimes there are people that listen to music that don't care about the lyrics. So how do you capture those people too? Well, you capture them with that vibe, that expression, that emotion that you're putting out. And maybe I'm getting just a little emotional right here, but Luke Hemmings definitely fucking delivers that emotion. He definitely captures you, captivates your fucking attention just for that moment. And I love how he sounds throughout this. The spatial piece to his voice as it just travels through the sound waves of the song is fucking incredible. I love that this instrumental feels very 60s and 70s inspired. And then you have his vocal range, which also is giving that same thing, singing in that higher, almost falsetto type range. That was something that we heard from many like artists in the 60s and 70s. It is really fucking cool, you know, going into like a disco era, but still holding on to a lot of that. Then we had like the ABBAs of the world. And it's the reason I love like Ghost, the band, because there's just something cool about that range. And so I love that Luke stays in that so much throughout this. It sounds absolutely beautiful. I've never seen Luke Hemmings live for his solo work. I've obviously seen 5 Seconds of Summer, but I feel like I really need to, because that kind of like ambiance that he puts in his music, that atmosphere that he builds, I bet it is just so much fucking bigger in real life. So I definitely need to check that out, but I cannot wait for Luke Hemmings to release a new album. I loved his first album, and I felt like it did a lot for 5 Seconds of Summer too, because I think being able to branch out and experiment the way that he has in music, the way that Ashton has, and we're hoping that, although the Summer Brothers are sick, I'm hoping that Michael and Callum also give us some solo records too, because when you can see what the individual pieces of a band are bringing back to that band, then you understand why that band is so successful. And also you start to kind of understand what's going on in their head. Although with 5 Seconds of Summer, you really never know what's going on in their head. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Huge shout out Luke Hemmings putting out solo work again. We're all here for it. We are going to be eating it up this year, so please keep delivering. Make sure you guys check out Patreon for all of my exclusive content. There's over 400 videos. You will not be bored. I love you. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.